Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are, we hope you're having a good day. All right, HIV and its rapid rise in the Philippines. Look, if you're a tourist, if you're an expat, if you're thinking of coming to the Philippines, if you're an immigrant, and even if you have children here, you probably should pay a little bit of attention to this. So let's talk about it.
Why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
Okay. The first thing I need to do is to put a small disclaimer out there. All the information that you're going to see, all the data, all of everything comes directly from national news publications and the Department of Health, Philippines. That being said, the title of this video is not clickbait, but it is slightly misleading, but it is actually the exact title that the Department of Health is using. And so we're going to show you why and what they mean and kind of explain it, because I think you need to be clarified, because it was misleading to me. So it might be misleading to you. So the first thing is why is it misleading a little bit? And don't stop now because it says it's a little misleading, because it is a serious number. It is not exact, though, in the way that they're describing it. It is I think, language issue. Keep in mind, there are less than 1 million people here in the Philippines whose primary language is English. Okay? That being said, all of this stuff that you see on the news, everything that's out there, other than live stuff, that's all been written originally and then gone over by people whose primary languages are not English. And it's scraped. They have automatic editors and everything else. So I don't think they're trying to mislead anybody. I think they just didn't clarify deep enough. But wait. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, HIV. This starts out just really brutally, if you ask me. So let's take a look at this, okay? That's the first thing we should do. So this is from the Manila Bulletin, and it is, let's just do this. All right. This came out June 2nd. And I started following it. Now, I had seen some reports earlier, but it wasn't exactly out there. Philippines sees the world's fastest rise in new HIV cases. Department of Health calls for public health emergency. Okay? So if we go to read, and I'm going to put links below. I'm going to put about 5 links to different news articles and the Department of Health. So the Department of Health Secretary Ted Rosa urged President Marcos to declare a national public health emergency over HIV, warning the Philippines now records the highest increase in new HIV cases in the world. Not exactly true. Okay? 57 new cases a day is a 500% increase. Well, yeah and no. All right? If you go down and take a look at and dissect a couple of these different websites, a couple of these different things, all right, you're going to find out that it's based on an age range as well. The real number which I'll get to now, save you some trouble if you just get bored of me, all right, is 50%, which is still a huge and significant number. I mean, this is not a small number, okay? Now, we're going to show you also where the clusters are, because you might be coming and, is it going to be where I'm going? Is it going to be where I'm going to be? Is it going to be where I live? All right. But, they go on to talk about all kinds of other things. But one of the things that they actually said was that they actually have a 12-year-old boy who's already sexually active in Palawan, and he's HIV positive. That's a big deal. All right. And that brings us to that 500% increase. So here's the second one. Again, from the Manila Bulletin, HIV cases in the Philippines may hit 400,000 without urgent action. And that's, talking about for an annual thing. Now, a lot of what's in this article is a repeat of the prior article, but it says that Filipinos living with HIV could exceed 400,000 if urgent and aggressive action is not taken. They again declared a national, urging the president, all right, he called on the president to declare a national public health emergency. All right. And again, they said in response to a 500% surge in infections. Now, here's where maybe it might be this one. 57 new cases a day. It's 500% increase. Okay. We have the highest number of new HIV cases in the world. Again, a little bit misleading. All right. But still, it is an alarming number. Okay. And again, it's kind of like some regurgitated stuff. But if we go look, all right, now here's, the headlines that I used. The HIV cases in the Philippines surged 500%, prompting a call for a health emergency. All right. Well, you know what? This one goes on and it does some things. Now, I will tell you this. If you go to the Department of Health Philippines website, I cannot find a press release, a publication in English that speaks to this. So that's why I don't have it. But these all quoting the Department of Health. All right. So what we do start to find out is, all right, here's another one. This is from, I can't remember where. Can't remember which one. Sunstar. Okay. Now, on Tuesday, here's where it gets a little bit more interesting and not quite as misleading. On Tuesday, June 3rd, yesterday, all right, the Department of Health reported a 44% year-on increase in HIV cases from January to April, with 700 new infections. These brought the total number to 150,433. Now, I have some newer numbers than that, which I'm going to show you. So stay tuned for just a few more minutes because you're going to see where it's at and identify it. The fastest growing has the fastest growing HIV epidemic in the Western Pacific region. I don't know yet. Daily HIV cases increased from 21 in 2114 to 48 in 2024, and now it's showing the daily average. The daily average is 56 new HIV cases a day. All right? That's no small amount. Now, what it goes on and talks about other things, but here's where we start to see the difference. All right? The affected diagnosis and used to be in the group from 35 to 40. Now it's more prominent at 25. But what they're actually talking about, all right, now again, I'm going to put these down there, all right? What they're actually talking about is the 15 to 25-year-old range is a 500% increase. Overall, it's a 50% increase. So if you go to the, if you research it, it is actually the Philippines has a relatively low prevalence rate compared to many other countries, but it's still a lot. It is still a lot. And you guys that are coming to visit, you guys need to really research this and look at it. These are not bullshit stuff. Now, what happens here? Well, here's the first thing. There's 148,000 as of March. April, it's actually about 150 some odd thousand. 57 cases a day is that data. Now, we'll wait to see more, but I want you to look down here to the left. It shows kind of like the distribution at different places. Region 1, Region 2. And so what we've done is we've done this. Here is a map of the regions. So it's, you can take a look, recognize where you're going, where you live, where you're at. All right. The whole 9 yards by region. And then you can see what prevalence is there in that area. Now, the vast, there is a large section of this down in Butuan. Mindanao has it, a larger sector. It's just something that's serious, guys. All right. Men's health is a serious issue, and this is serious for you. I don't know how you feel about it. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. Use a condom, avoid contact, stay away from high-risk groups, do your research, understand what's going on. In the comments below, first off, tell me what you think about it. Number 2, there's no arguing that a 50% increase is a significant number at all. And I'm not going to, argue that. Well, no matter how low the number, because you need to keep in mind, all right, the most important part of all of this, these are not randomized. In other words, there's no control group. These are people that have either displayed symptoms and been tested, or they've been sick and it's been tested, or they found out through accidentally getting tested and contact tracing and stuff like that. All right. It's not like they've done mass testing. The numbers are going to be, the real numbers are going to be significantly higher. Significantly higher. So that being said, and significantly to me means 20 to 40% more. You need to be careful about who you entertain. That's the best word that I can come up with. Otherwise, in the comments below, tell me what you think about it. Tell me, is this realistic? Is this something that concerns you? And the fact that children are becoming much more, that children are sexually active and they're getting it, I think it's something that we should all keep in mind at least. So let me know your comments. Otherwise, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching, viewing, commenting, thumbs up, thumbs down. Doesn't matter. All right. It all helps the algorithm. Thank you so much. Have a great day.